Good morning.
Good morning.
It's day 13,
Lucky 13.
April 3rd. We are walking in the rain, and you can see a lot more fire devastation through here. Fun stuff. We took the tent down in the rain this morning. Hi everybody.
Hello.
Chica and Sunset's here in our tent. It has finally stopped raining. Greg, take it away. Tell them about our day.
Well, our day was very, very tough. It's our 13th day on the trail, and everything they say about the number 13 is true today. It was challenging. We took down the tent this morning in the rain. We knew we were going to be walking in the rain. In fact, the forecast was 90% chance of rain. Optimist that I was, I thought maybe, just maybe we wouldn't be walking in the rain. But
well, we thought it would just be sprinkles.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was constant
pouring,
drench,
mud.
Yeah.
We're basically walking in rivers on the path.
So, so many YouTube videos that we watched, everybody makes a big deal about rain. You just can't deal with it. You put a rain jacket on and you sweat underneath. You take your rain jacket off, you get wet because of the rain.
It's true.
We were drenched.
We were wet.
But we hoofed it to a shelter 7 miles in. So we walked 7 miles in the rain.
7.6.
7.6.
In just 4 hours, which is really
pretty quick
good
for us.
The trail with packs on.
And normally on uphills, every 10th or 2/10 of a mile we'll take a break, but not today. We just kept on chugging along. Anyway, we get to the shelter, and the shelter is packed in with sardines of all these hikers trying to get out of the rain.
And a Boy Scout troop.
And the leader was actually very excellent, making the boys move so newcomers could come in and use the table or sit down while the boys have been sitting forever. But anyway, one guy was hypothermic, and other hikers came to his rescue basically and got him warm, and it was an intense situation. Chica and I weren't that cold. We were barely shivering, but
I was shivering.
Well,
just a little bit.
Anyway.
But you helped keep me warm.
That's right. I put my arm around her. Anyway, so we stayed in the shelter probably for 2 hours, and it just poured the whole time. And so finally the rain stopped, and we set up our tent. We didn't know. We're tent people. We don't really, especially me. I prefer to sleep in the tent and not in a shelter. So it looked like it was going to be very crowded. So we went ahead and set up the tent. And right now, it's the sun actually came out for a little bit. It's about 6 o'clock at night, and it looks like it's going to be pretty clear.
Tomorrow. It might rain some tonight yet.
Yeah.
But
tomorrow might be sunny actually after 8 o'clock. So we're hoping to dry out some of our stuff.
It's just miserable because even though we have pack covers on and raincoats, I mean, we obviously got totally wet. Our shoes, socks, everything. But our packs too, even though we have covers on them, just everything gets muddy and dirty, and it can be very frustrating. But so we expected this. It's just hard living through it.
I read somewhere or watched somewhere before we left, 20% of the time you're going to be too wet, 20% of the time too cold, 20% of the time too hot, 20% of the time just right, and then one other 20%. I don't remember what the last one was. But anyway, today we knocked out cold and wet, so hopefully we get a bit of a reprieve. Actually, we're hiking into Franklin tomorrow. Where we're going to take a couple days off, or at least one day off, depending on what the weather looks like.
Depending on the weather.
Supposed to potentially snow Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on that.
So if that's
maybe.
the case, and it's in the 20s, we might take an extra day off.
Yep.
Go find some craft beer.
And we get to see our friends, Debi and Jim, which we're really, really excited to see them. They just moved to Franklin, and they're so gracious to have us stay with them, even though they just moved there. They probably don't have anything set up yet. So we're really looking forward to that. Should be cool.
I'm really impressed how awesome I look when I lay down.
Okay, that's it for now. We're getting a little giddy.
See you guys.
Ciao. Good morning. Today is day 14, April 4th, and it is a new day. Thank goodness. It rained a little bit more last night, but we were safe and snugly in our tent. It did get a little cold and windy, but the rain let up well before rising time, and because it was so windy, we had a mostly dry tent to pack up. So, sorry, out of breath. We have 12.2 miles to go today to Rock Gap, where our friends are picking us up. We're so excited. What else, Greg?
It's going to be a sunny day.
It's going to be a sunny day and no rain. Well, there's a like 10% chance of sprinkles or something, but that's it. So
it's going to be a sunny day.
we're sure no rain. I keep forgetting to tell you that we keep hearing what's called brown grouse, and it's the weirdest sound. At first we didn't know what it was. Kind of sounds like a muffler on a motorcycle, or like someone's starting a gas lawnmower and they're pulling it. And I think Greg told me, because he knows, it has something to do with their mating call, like they're thumping their chest or something like that. Right, Greg?
Something like that.
Anyway, we just heard one. It's really hard to get on video because it just happens and we hear it and then it's done. So, but they're out here somewhere. It'd be cool to see one. More fire devastation. Kind of eerie. But the sun is out.
Okay, we are coming up to Albert Mountain, the hill. There's a very steep, quick climb, and there's a double blue blaze there and a Forest Service road in the AWOL book. It says some people, if you want to bypass the strenuous nature of this trail, you can take this trail. The white blaze is there though, so that's where we're going. We'll take you along for a second. Until I can't breathe anymore. Well, let's see. The blaze up here.
On that rock.
Feels like we're close to
All mud.
That's a loud bird.
Covered half the miles for the day. I guess
Yeah, I know.
really quick too.
Pretty fast.
Guess he wants some food.
Yeah, he wants food.